Coming up, a winter weather advisory has just been issued for parts of the region, and a London police officer dies after a battle with COVID.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. It is not a major winter storm, but some snow tomorrow could lead to a few travel issues, and more bitter cold temperatures will follow. A winter weather advisory was just issued for a few of our counties. Meteorologist Evan Hatter joins us now with more on what to expect. Evan?
That's right, Steve. Just in 6 more of our counties have been placed under 2 different winter weather advisories. Let's go to the map and put this all together for you. The one that goes into effect tonight through tomorrow morning, in effect for Rowan, Menifee, and Powell counties. That is for some snow squalls that are currently moving through the bluegrass, putting down some slush on the roads as you head out toward Lexington and Frankfort at this hour. The other, just expanded to the west, includes Bell, Harlan, and Letcher counties, and this runs from tomorrow afternoon through early Saturday morning. So that is for tomorrow's system. Temperatures, or at least looking outside right now, no major troubles right now in Rowan County, at least along the interstate in Moorhead. Downtown Whitesburg, still peaceful tonight, sitting at 33. Temperatures around the region today got up into the 40s, and now they're plummeting back into the 30s already as we head through this evening. You can see some of those snow squalls getting going across the northern half of the area. A lot of what's moving through Harlan, Lee, and Wise counties likely not reaching the ground because it's still very dry outside. Upper 20s as we head into the overnight. As we increase the moisture, we're going to increase those snow chances as well. I'll have the latest timing and totals coming up in just a little bit. Steve?
Evan, thank you. First responders in Laurel County and across southern and eastern Kentucky are mourning the loss of one of their own tonight. Travis Hurley, an officer with the London Police Department, died. No cause of death was released, but several social media reports indicate Hurley was battling COVID-19. Hurley was a former canine handler and retired as a lieutenant with London PD last year, but returned later as a school resource officer. He served the city of London for more than 20 years. No funeral arrangements have been announced yet. Kentucky is still fighting the Omicron surge. The state added more than 12,700 new cases today and 39 new deaths. The positivity rate is down again slightly to 31.6%. Hospitalizations remain above 2,500 and 471 people are in the ICU. Governor Beshear says hospitals are beginning to get overwhelmed and is urging Kentuckians to not let their guard down.
Folks, be careful. When this happens, we don't have room or beds for people hurt in car accidents or who have strokes. The danger here is bigger than just COVID.
You can always find the latest COVID-19 information on our website at WYMT.com. Crews in Logan, West Virginia say a man was killed in an early morning fire. The Logan fire chief says it involved several homes along Pine Street, and one home belonged to 50-year-old Robin Woody, and it was destroyed. The state fire marshal's office says they discovered him inside the home around 8:30 this morning. Friends of Woody say they hope the community will come together to support his family.
Yeah, I went to school with his sister, and they were quiet people, but they were good people. They do anything in the world for you. Take the shirt off their back and give it to you. It's hard. It'd be hard for anybody to move past this because everybody knows the people that live there and stuff. It's going to be hard for them.
The cause of the fire is not yet known. One Floyd County man is asking for intervention as a proposed Kentucky power project leaves him feeling drained. Brent Allen lives on a property full of ponds and trees in Floyd County, which has been passed down through his family since the 1800s. But the proposal for a new transmission line in the Garrett area has him concerned he will lose part of it to the company's right-of-way requests. The plan submitted to the Public Service Commission would cut through part of his property to make the connection.
My grandkids use this pond and the upper pond to fish, to swim in. With the transmission lines coming through there, they'll be there no longer. Also with the herbicides that the transmissions uses.
The Public Service Commission should schedule a hearing soon. Allen has requested it be held locally. We are learning new information about a romance scam involving a Pulaski County man. A woman says scammers call her dad for hours every day. They've taken thousands of dollars from him. His daughter says the con started with car payments, then escalated to a romance scam. The sheriff's office says they discovered an address associated with the suspected scammers in Raleigh, North Carolina. They are now working with law enforcement there to check on the address to see if they can find anything. A simple traffic stop turned into a pursuit of a stolen vehicle last night. Johnson County Sheriff's Deputy Jason Arms tried to make a stop after a plate check confirmed the car was stolen. The driver then led multiple deputies through 3 counties before coming to a sudden stop near Inez after crashing into Martin County Constable Tony Priest. Johnson County Sheriff Doug Saylor says he's thankful Priest is okay and that the pursuit ended without any serious injuries or deaths.
The main concern that I have is for the safety of the public and for the safety of my deputies. This gentleman could have injured or killed an innocent person just by trying to avoid responsibility for what he has done.
The driver and passenger of the stolen vehicle, John Strong and Ricky Spradlin, are facing numerous charges and were taken to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. Christ's Hands Community Center in Harlan serves as a winter shelter, a place for volunteer groups to stay in the summer, and a place where you can get a hot meal during the week. WYMT's Zach Hawk went to Harlan to spend time with a special guest at the center today who, despite a lot of success, never forgot the ministry of his youth.
Christ's Hand Director Brian Toll takes a lot of pride in helping feed his community.
We also do a food pantry. That's where the food today will probably go, into the food boxes. We've been serving the community in that area for over 20 years as well.
Volunteers package around 200 boxes a month thanks to community donations. On Thursday, more donations poured in, thanks in part to a singer and songwriter who has traveled the world but never forgotten his home.
I owe so much of myself, of my artistry, of who I am as a person to these mountains and the people in them, and I love them with all my heart. So it means so much to me to be able to be back and sort of pour into the community that's poured so much into me.
But it is not just celebrity endorsements keeping Christ's Hands in good shape, but the volunteers across the Commonwealth inspired by the ministry's mission of service.
We'll sometimes have anywhere between 40 and 80 volunteers each week over the summer for about 7 to 8 weeks, and so our volunteers will stay kind of in the upper stories of this building, and then we'll, when possible, we're able to help out with some of the other programs that they do, and then we try and also do that the rest of the year too.
People coming together and having an impact.
During this time, it's been very helpful for new clients that we've seen, as well as those that we've helped for a long time, to come in and know that they can depend on the donations that Christ's Hands receive that then come into their own pantries.
Christ's Hand serves dinner at 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and operates the food pantry the third Monday and Tuesday of each month. In Harlan, Zach Hawk, WYMT Mountain News.
Christ's Hands accepts donations weekdays until 1 p.m. and organizers tell us they are so grateful for the support they have received from the community through the years. The Owsley County School Superintendent says he plans to retire later this year. Dr. Tim Bobrowski has served as superintendent for 11 years. He says each year the school board works to achieve its goals, and he believes they did. We asked him what his message would be to his successor.
You have to be committed. Committed means you have to keep this job number one. You have to keep these kids and these staff members, you know, they're all the focal point of your career.
The superintendent went on to say he works with a great school board, teachers and students, and he thanked them for allowing him to serve their community. A Letcher County farm is preparing for Kentucky Maple Syrup Day. This is an event where several farms across the state can showcase their production process of maple syrup. In partnership with the University of Kentucky, Southdown Farms are hosting tours. Co-owner and operator Cheryl Long says the weather has been cooperating for them.
With the temperatures so far, it's looking like they'll be below freezing at night and above freezing during the day, which hopefully will bring the sap flowing well that day or the day before.
Long says they hope more farmers in our region will consider making maple syrup. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, federal records of who owns American farmland appear to be incomplete, leaving out overseas owners. How lawmakers look to stop secret acres.
And cold air back in the forecast as we head into tomorrow, but will it stick around long? Same thing with our snow. We'll have the answer on the way.